Chapter 9: Forest and Forest People. We will learn forests, forest and forest people, dependence of tribals on forests, deforestation, protection of forests, the Chipko Movement, sacred plants. Everything that surrounds us is a part of the environment, which includes land, soil, air, water, etc. The trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen, or they clean the air. The roots of the trees hold the soil tight and do not allow it to be carried away with the wind or the flowing water. When so many trees are cut, the air cannot remain clean. Moreover, the soil erosion starts away, which leads to many other serious problems. So we must protect the trees and should plant more trees. Forests. A forest is an area where trees grow close to each other in a large number. But a forest is much more than just trees. It also includes smaller plants such as mosses, shrubs, and wildflowers. All the trees of forests grow naturally and are not planted by men. The environment in forests is very clean. Different types of tree grows in the different forests depending on the climate. A variety of animals inhabit in the forest. The forests play a significant role in our life. They help us in many ways. They help in percolation and retention of rainwater, which turns into groundwater. They prevent soil erosion. They maintain humidity in the air. The most important of all, they absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen into the atmosphere. Besides, they give us useful products such as wood, fruits, leaves, medicines, herbs, etc. They meet different needs of human beings. Many people are dependent on the forests for their livelihood. The forests also support wildlife. A wide variety of large and small animals live in the forests. They are the ideal places for the growth and sustenance of different species of animals. The number of species in the forest depends on the food availability. Knowledge window. Assuming a tree lives at least 50 years, it exhales 6,000 pounds of oxygen in its life, or about 120 pounds per year. Forests occupy 1/3 of the Earth's land area. Forest and forest people. Some people are directly dependent on the forests or they live in the forests. India is the home for a large number of indigenous people who are still untouched by the lifestyle of the modern world. With more than 84.4 million, India has the largest population of the tribal people in the world. These tribal people, also known as the Adivasis, are the poorest in the country, who are still dependent on hunting, agriculture, and fishing. Some of the major tribal groups in India include Gonds, Santals, Khasis, Angamis, Bhils, Bhutias, and Great Andamanese. All these tribal people have their own culture, tradition, language, and lifestyle. Dependence of tribals on forests. Tribal economy is interlinked and dependent on forests for a variety of purposes. Forestry provides them employment through harvesting of forests, raising of plantation, collection and processing of minor forest product and other development works. The forests also supply fuel, fodder, and a variety of minor forest product for subsistence needs of the tribals. Thus, forests are an integral part of the tribal economy, forming the basic support system. The survival and maintenance of forests are also equally dependent on tribals. So, there exists a symbiotic relationship for mutual benefit between forests and tribals. Deforestation. The cutting down of trees on a large scale is called deforestation. A large number of trees are cut down for wood. Moreover, our population is increasing at a rapid rate. The increasing population needs more houses, schools, and other facilities for which more land is needed, and thus forests are cleared. The increasing population needs food, So more land is needed for agriculture. So forests are cleared. The increasing population needs employment for the people, for which industries and trade centers have to be set up. This needs more land, so forests are cleared. Some of other purposes include construction of roads, railway lines, dams, aerodromes, etc. Knowledge window. More than 5,000 things are made from trees, such as house furniture, pencils, utensils, fences, books, newspaper, movie tickets, even clothing and toothpaste. Protection of forests. To protect trees from being cut down and to save the animals, our government has set up national parks and wildlife sanctuaries in almost every part of our country. The government looks after these national parks and wildlife sanctuaries so that the plant and wildlife can be protected. It has launched many programs like Van Mahotsav to plant more trees. 5 of the famous national parks and wildlife sanctuaries in India are Bandhavgarh National Park in Madhya Pradesh, Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand, Ghana Bird Sanctuary in Rajasthan, Kaziranga National Park in Assam, Sundarbans Tiger Sanctuary in West Bengal. Knowledge window. An area of a rainforest of the size of a football field is being destroyed each second. The Chipko Movement. The Chipko Movement is a socio-ecological movement that practices the Gandhian methods of satyagraha and non-violent resistance through the act of hugging trees to protect them from being felled. The modern Chipko movement started in the early 1970s in the Garhwal Himalayas of Uttarakhand, with growing awareness towards rapid deforestation. The landmark event in the struggle took place on March 26, 1974, when a group of female peasants acted to prevent the cutting of trees and reclaim their traditional forest rights that were threatened by the contractor system of the State Forest Department, and transpired hundreds of such grassroots level actions throughout the region. By the 80s, the movement spread throughout India and led to formulation of people-sensitive forest policies and stopping of open felling of trees in regions. The famous Chipko movement leaders were Gaura Devi, Sudesha Devi, Sundarlal Bahuguna, and Chandni Prasad Bhatt. Social forestry. Government forest areas that are close to human settlement and have been degraded over the years due to human activities needed to be afforested. Trees were to be planted in and around agriculture fields. Plantation of trees along railway lines, roadsides, and river or canal banks were carried out. They were planted or village common land, government wasteland, and panchayat land. This idea of planting trees on free land is called as social forestry. Sacred plants. Trees worship has been in practice since ancient times and can be seen even today. Several trees have been associated with gods and goddesses. This tradition helps in protecting the trees. Many tribal people get their food, fodder, and building material from local trees. Therefore, they worship them. Gautam Buddha attained enlightenment, nirvana, under the peepal tree. Therefore, it is also considered sacred and worshipped. Many more plants are considered sacred. Some of them are lotus, banyan, banana, sandal, coconut, mango, rudraksh, tulsi, etc. Quick review. Everything that surrounds us is a part of the environment, which includes land, soil, air, water, etc. A forest is an area where trees grow close to each other in a large number. Many people are dependent on the forests for their livelihood. Tribal economy is interlinked and depends on forests for a variety of purposes. The cutting down of trees on a large scale is called deforestation. The forests also supply fuel, fodder, and a variety of minor forest products for subsistence needs of the tribals. The Chipko movement practiced the act of hugging trees to protect them from being felled.